First up today, we all know that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but the morning rush can be challenging for eating healthy.
Holistic health practitioner and nutritionist Viall is here with ways to start the day off right, especially if you're on the go. And this is definitely, I think, an issue for everybody, whether you are headed off to work, you got to get the kids somewhere. We don't think about ourselves very often with getting ourselves energized in the morning.
We definitely don't. And breakfast is one of those things that people either like, I have no time for, I'm just going to grab a coffee, or like the busy mom, I'm just going to eat my kids' bread crust, like when they're out the door. And we tend to really not set ourselves up right for the rest of the day. And I think healthy breakfast seem like it's so much work. Like I don't have hours to spend in the kitchen. I don't want to have to be like firing up the stove or the oven to make something healthy that's going to actually taste good too.
What I like about a lot of your ideas today is that many of them can be made ahead of time. So you can do the preparation in advance and then maybe spin it in the blender or warm it up or something like that, right?
Yeah, it's all about preparation and really making sure it's like a grab and go. But a lot of grab and goes that are already out there are really compromising in a lot of like the healthy fats or fiber, and they tend to just have a lot of sugar and sodium.
So the key, speaking of healthy fats and fiber, you say FFP. So this is the healthy fat, the fiber, and the protein. Those are the three things we need to really think about.
Yep, at every meal. So the healthy fat, fiber, and protein, those are going to keep you satiated. They're going to keep your meal sticking with you through the morning so you don't turn around an hour later and be like, oh my gosh, I'm hungry. And it also keeps you energized. So those three are the key things with all meals, but especially breakfast, because I feel like this is the one meal that most people miss out on those nutrients.
Molly mentioned make ahead, and one of the things that you can make ahead involves oatmeal. This is not something I would have thought of at all because I think you have to cook oatmeal. But explain how you do it.
So it's called overnight oats. So you take old-fashioned or rolled oats and you put about 1/2 cup in a bowl, and you can either cover it with almond milk or even like kefir or full-fat yogurt. I also put in some ground flax seeds and I mashed up ripe banana, and you mix that up, you put it in a bowl or Tupperware and you cover it and you sit it overnight, you leave it. And in the morning you add whatever toppings you want. So I put some walnuts, some coconut shreds, some blueberries, some vanilla.
That looks good.
It does look so good.
You don't have to cook this. It's the process of overnight breaks down the oats, so it's not like you're eating grainy, hard oats. They're nice and soft. You could heat this up if you wanted to, but this is great if you don't have time to sit there and watch a pot of oatmeal. And also, I'm not a huge fan of microwavable oatmeal either. It kind of denatures all the...
Well, and a lot of people put it in a crock pot, which I've heard is a great way to do it if you like to have it heated. I didn't realize you didn't have to cook it, though.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So it's about 1/2 cup of oats.
Yeah, it's like a normal serving, and then about 1 cup of whatever liquid you want. You know, if you put yogurt or kefir, it's going to be a little bit thicker, and like an almond milk is going to be a little bit, you know, have a little bit of a thinner consistency. But again, fat, fiber, protein. So you have the fiber from the oatmeal, you have fiber from the flaxseed, you have fat and protein from the walnuts, and you also have, you know, some added fiber from any of the fruit that you put on it too.
Let's talk smoothie. This is something we do a lot at my house, but I'm always concerned that maybe I'm not doing it right. So what's the best way to prepare a smoothie that's going to stick with you like that?
So fat, fiber, and protein, and I think this is where people kind of get hung up on smoothies. They're like, okay, fruits. Or fruits and veggies. Well, that's great. You'll get filled up kind of volumetrically, but then in 1/2 an hour, you're going to be like, I'm
hungry,
starving because nothing's sticking with you. So obviously, you know, you want to always have 1 or 2 fruits, but you really want to make sure you have about 2 handfuls of vegetables in that too. So that could be spinach, romaine, cucumber, celery, all of these that hide really well with other fruits. But then you need fat and protein. So you could do something like hemp hearts, which actually is fat and protein. You could do 1/2 of an avocado. You could put in a scoop of some sort of plant-based protein, like sun warrior protein. I like that. Some people will put in something like kefir in there too, which has some protein and fat as well. And then all of a sudden you have a smoothie that sticks with you throughout the morning. And you're
Should I taste it?
Well, that's why I have samples here.
Okay.
So this is a pear kiwi.
I'm going to love this.
And
I love
also
pears.
made this one so it's not super green, because I think everybody gets super weirded out by things being green. So it's pear kiwi with
That's
hemp
good.
hearts, but also celery and romaine. So you don't even, this is great for kids too. Anyone who's like not a big vegetable fan, this is a great way to get your veggies in straight away in the morning.
And you can't even taste them. You
No.
could also add, some people like cinnamon or
Yeah,
nutmeg, or you
anything
can
like
do
that.
anything to add to
But
it.
even with smoothies, it's something you can prepare ahead. So you can either put it in like a mason jar or even like plastic bags, stick them in the freezer for the whole week, and all you do is dump it in your blender and mix it up. Put it in a jar, and you have like a to-go breakfast.
That's
so cool.
fantastic.
Talk about your 3 different egg combos here, because we have egg and an avocado here in the middle.
This is adorable, by the way.
I know. I think that's cute
So
too.
cute.
Here is sort of like a little egg cup,
Yeah.
as you call it, and then over there is toast that has avocado on it. Okay,
Yes.
so
these are eggs 2 ways. I think when we think of eggs, we think of like, I don't have time to sit there and like fry up an egg. I have to like get ready. These egg cups, honestly, are so easy. There's about an egg in each of those. These are broccoli, goat cheese, and sun-dried tomato. All you do is you saute the vegetables, you whisk the eggs, and you pour it in muffin tins that are lightly greased. Bake it for about 10 minutes, and these can be stored in the fridge for up to 4 days. So you could make about 2 pans of muffin cupcakes or egg muffins, and you can have it in your fridge and just take them with you, grab them, and go in the morning.
is it serving 2 of those, would you say?
Yeah, I would say
Okay.
a serving would be 2 of those. Or if you're going to do like one of those and maybe a piece of sprouted bread with some nut butter, just to have a good balance and something that sticks with you. The
Real
other one
quick.
is the egg and the avocado. So you just half of an avocado, you scoop out some of the innards to create space, you crack the egg, stick it in the oven,
No way.
again, 10 to 15 minutes. You have a little...
That's so cool. Look
It's
how
baked
cute
egg.
that is.
It is
You just
adorable.
eat with
And then you just
spoon.
scoop it out
Yeah,
of the.
it comes
that
in
is
its
so
own little
cool. Look, it's got its
container.
own little. That is cool.
And that's fat, fiber, and protein, because an avocado has amazing fiber and also protein and healthy fat.
And this
So
one
cool.
obviously toast involving avocado as well, and that looks fantastic even for like a dinner snack.
And toast being sprouted. We really want to look at sprouted bread. So that's Angelic Bakehouse. That's their rye bread. But sprouted bread has so much more fiber and protein in it. The nutrients are so much more bioavailable. And then whatever you top on there, you want to think of healthy fat and protein. So avocado, any sort of unsweetened nut butter. You could put some fruit on there. That one's drizzled with olive oil and some parsley. You could put some sliced tomatoes. You could even put like a boiled egg on there as well. So as long as you think of those FFPs, the fat, fiber, and protein, easy little grab and go things, you're going to be set for the rest of the day, and you're not going to be sitting there at 10 a.m. being like, oh, I just need a little
Chocolate.
something.
And then make a bad choice.
Exactly.
Yep.
I think that is awesome. Do you have these ideas on your website?
I have these and more on
Okay.
my website as far as healthy breakfast ideas and ways to incorporate this, because I think it's really how to do it, what to do, but also how to do it to make it easy.
MariaViall.com is the website to visit. She also does consultations for nutrition. It's fun to meet with her and find out what you could be doing better and have it taste good too, which is the key, and make it ahead of time. Great to see you. Good ideas.
Oh, thank
Appreciate
you.
it.